Good morning. Good morning. I just forgot. I think it's day 131. You know it's Saturday, right? Sorry. I say it all the time. I have to roll over. I was up and I think 5:15 in anticipation for 5:30. And then I said, nope, I'm rolling back over. So let's get to the heart of the matter. Let's get to the belly of our let's get to the belly of the beast. Let's handle ever so gently our filtration system for our temple, our kidneys, and our liver. It's time to get ready with me. It's the kidney liver flush. Wake up tonic upon rising from your bed. Even if you go back to sleep, when you get up, the first thing that you should put into your system is something that is going to gently wake your filtration system up. I had a wonderful conversation with one of our class squad members yesterday. A wonderful check-in. Actually, I'll share it out. It was Robin, and as most of you know, Robin is our newest family member, and so she was just chatting with me. See, there it goes. Haven't even had it yet. She was chatting with me about things that were, happening during the first couple of days, and it happened to all of us. And so I had a great time just sort of getting to know her a little better, coaching her through, what happens and how. Good morning, Miss Pat. Miss Pat, I have not seen you in so long. It's good to see you live. Welcome. So, Miss Pat, you know what to do. Roll through the comments. Let us know what day you're on. Whether or not you skipped a couple of days doesn't matter. Just because we didn't see you doesn't mean that you didn't take care of yourself. So, had a wonderful conversation with Robin yesterday, and we chatted about how the first couple of days and what that looks like, what that feels like, what it feels like on the inside, and then what it feels like as it's moving out. Scott, yes. Funky, fresh in the flesh, live from NYC. What? I love it. Folks, if you don't know, this is Scott McCartney. We, no replays today. What? You are live and in the house. I love it. All right, so Scott, I know every single time I say something during this broadcast, you're either going to throw up some likes, some loves, some ha-has, something to let me know that what I just said is potential content. So yes, I know. So I'm looking forward to that. So here we go. And because I had another hours worth of rest, I'm brimming with stuff. So here we go. So I had a great conversation with Robin last night, and we actually chatted for an hour. Yay, Pat. Excellent. Good morning, Miss Barb. All right, Miss Barb is from, are you from Ohio? Chicago? No. Let us know where you're calling from, Miss Barb. I forgot. I know you're an hour behind us. So yes, it's 7:05 in New York, so that means it's 6 o'clock in the morning for you. And Miss Barb, let us know what day you're on. Even if this is your day one and you're going to make the kidney liver flush with us, let us know. Excellent. So I want you all to do me a favor. I'm not sure if the Alabama. What? Bama girl, hey. I'd like for you to let me know if you can share this. I don't know if there's a share button because it's a private group. If you are able to share, I'm happy to share for this to be shared, today's message. If you can't, don't worry about it. But that means try to invite someone or just tell someone about it. Let them know to come in. I am going to do a broadcast of the Claws Squad in my public group during this weekend because spring is coming up. And y'all know, people try to get on the refresh button for springtime. Good morning, Robin. Yes, Robin, I'm chatting about you. Great. Thanks, Barb. So, thank you very much. So people are trying to do, like a refresh, a recharge. Those people who are, let's say, environmentally conscious, or I'll say metaphysically conscious. They know that the springtime is a time for renewal, and so sometimes people will say, hey, I'd like to do a Barb day 3. Yes! I'd like to refresh the button, right? And so they'll take a look at opportunities to do a little bit of a life reset or a body reset. So I'm going to, in essence, like open up the group only by inviting and talking about the benefits of doing using the kidney liver flush as an addition to your normal routine. And so if there were 3 things that you would like for other people to know why they should give it a try, drop it in the comments. Even if each person here drops 1 thing, it is cold. Even if each person drops 1 or 2 benefits, I can then at least add it as, hey, give it a try. All right? And people are always looking for, maybe that's why God has a change of seasons, because it wakes people up to the idea that, guess what? If the seasons change and are preparing for renewal, rejuvenation, exfoliation, and then hibernation. Someone write that down. I got the Asians again. Listen to that. So winter is hibernation. Not 3 things, 3 reasons. But thank you, Scott. Yes, 3 reasons why you should try a KLF. Good. And that will be a 21-day cycle. I'm going to feature it as a 21-day cycle. All right, so winter is the hibernation. Spring would be the rejuvenation. Summer would be let's call it the celebration. Thank you, Barb. What would fall be? Fall has to do with it's really like almost like an exfoliation, because the leaves are starting to shed, right? They're stripping away. So someone type that in for me. Winter, hibernation, spring, rejuvenation, summer. Someone put that in parentheses. I got to work on that. Maybe celebration and fall exfoliation. Someone drop that into the comments for me, please, so I can remember that, because most of the time I say things once and then it's very hard for me to repeat the same thing. Okay, but usually it comes out really great the first time. All right, so let's get to the heart of the matter. So I want to open up the group to some other people so that for springtime, there are more people that can come in, join us, and we'll do like a little reset. I appreciate it, Miss Pat. Detoxification, the kidneys and the liver, which is beneficial for overall health and wellness. Miss Pat, I'm telling you, you got my back. Appreciate it. And I'm going to do the same. So here we go. Let's get going. So we have our dash of cayenne for what? Circulation. If you have high blood pressure, no, nix it. I'm actually in the middle of finishing my lemon press, so what did I have yesterday that my throat is doing that? What was I eating yesterday? I don't know what. I'll have to think about that. All right. Oh, drat. I put way too much cayenne in this morning. All right. I know how to combat that. For me, I have to put in a little more maple syrup, because it's gonna burn my stomach. All right, so I'm finishing my lemon press. I'll give it one more squeeze. So this is our claws, right? C for cayenne for circulation. L, the lemon, for exfoliation. It literally will strip, especially what did I tell you, Robin, yesterday? We were talking about, starch, fried foods, dairy foods especially. You will feel that stripping. You'll just feel like when I just went like this, like that, you'll feel it. Our apple cider vinegar for stimulation. It literally, you'll feel like almost like maybe a bubbling or so in your gut, in your stomach, and in your GI tract. You'll actually, the first couple of days, you will feel, it feels like a wiggling, like a tingling. Not, it doesn't hurt, but just like a little, like this, in your small intestines and large intestines. And when you feel that, no joke, a couple of moments later, not seconds, but maybe within 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes or so, you're going to get that sensation that lets you know, wait, where's the bathroom? Not that you got to make a mad dash, but you need to be slowly sliding over to the hydrotherapy room. All right, so I'm at home this morning, I believe, or somebody knows I'm supposed to be somewhere this morning. Can y'all inbox me? Because I have a strange feeling I'm supposed to be somewhere this morning, and I don't remember writing down where I'm supposed to be. So then I need to counter all that cayenne with agave, which is my sweet sensation, and it really balances the cayenne and the lemon. Now, somebody in the group, my high school mate, Monique Shakes, does not do. Oh, great. Yeah. Scott, that's perfect. The 4 seasons of our insides. Yes. Scott, you got to be my producer. Robin, summer exuberation. You know what? That's a perfect word. Exuberation actually is a word. It means, it's like celebrate, or like, I like the word jocularity, which is just happiness, overall happiness. So yeah, that's a great, right. We're vibrant. Can't say vibration, but we could say high vibration, right? Because you're on like a high. That someone dropped that in as well. Summer equals high vibration, and then question mark. That can work. And then our olive oil. Now I'm gonna do this. This is actually like my test. I'm not gonna do olive oil today. I was low on olive oil the last 2 days, and every time I left the house, I forgot to go buy more, and so the manifestation of not having my olive oil for my smooth elimination. I'm trying to be like Jessie here. Actually, I'm not trying to be like Jessie. It just happens like that. Had a different impact. I'm trying to find another Asian word. Let's just say influence my smooth elimination. I'll try. Just keep it like that. High vibration. Thank you. I'll say celebration first. High vibration. Cool. I know. Barb, let me tell you something. Scott he's a genius in his own right. And I have to say that we are college mates. Yay! All right. So even though he didn't wear CC, he wore USCGA. I went to Connecticut College. He went to United States Coast Guard Academy. We literally are brother and sister schools right across the highway from each other. All right. Okay, here we go. Summer high vibration. Appreciate it. So I'm going to drink. I'm going to consume. And if anybody wants to shout out any highlights that they noticed from this week, if you're not drinking with me, while I am consuming this, and then we're going to talk about our decluttering focus for the day and some upcoming events. We have a lot of great upcoming events that you all can take part in, participate in, share with others that are going to be on my live platform. Sorry, I just have to shake this up because all of my maple syrup slides to the bottom. And remember what I said about that? And again, it like popped at the top of my head that the kidney liver flush is almost like life. The cayenne pepper stays at the top. Mostly it stays at the top if you don't agitate it really well. It stays at the top. The lemon and the water kind of hang out in the middle with the apple cider vinegar. And then the sweetness is at the bottom. So I was thinking, I said, wow, in life, there's some stuff that's spicy, that makes you hot. Sometimes it aggravates you, and it stimulates the blood, right? It kind of boils your blood, makes you mad. It happens in life. You got the lemon, which is the exfoliator, which kind of peels off. There are things that happen in life that will literally strip away at your core. Okay, that will literally strip away at your core. The core of your GI tract. Scott, I know you're listening. Throw up some likes. Then, morning, Elsa. Then you have the water, which kind of keeps you wet, keeps you hydrated, because your body is made of 70% water. That water, or the water in life, keeps you connected, actually keeps you connected to the universe. I'm not being metaphysical, but it keeps you connected, because without water, you would dry up and die, right? So the water in your life could be considered, actually water is a life force. So the water in your life keeps you connected to life. How about that? The sweetener, there are things that in life that act as a sweetener, but you know what? That sweetener stays at the bottom. So I got to go through the spiciness, the stripping, the stimulation, things that'll make you move. That's right, the opposite of it makes you move. And usually I have to wait till the end of my life to recognize that all of this stuff that I've been through, the stripping, the spiciness, the sometimes being consumed by a life force, at the end of my life, I realized how all of that was needed to get to the sweet stuff at the end. And the sweet stuff, if you're a Christian, is what? Reigning with Christ. Reigning with Christ. Yes, water enhances life's flow. Absolutely. And so I looked at it this one time and I was like, why can't I get the sweetness all along in my life? God doesn't plan it like that. The most sweetest opportunity for us all as Christians is when we reign with him. But that doesn't happen until the end. So we got to go through our stuff in order to get to the end. How about that? Scott, I know. That's a segment alert. Write what you're going to write. Let's go. There's way too much cayenne pepper in this. I know it's going to happen though. Now I feel it. I feel it right here. I feel it here, and now it's starting. It's right now. It's right here. Now it's here. It's hot. It's hot. I'm meditating. I'm literally seeing it go down. Now I feel it here and here. I wish I could show you guys right now. Hold on. I don't know if you could see it, but I have like drops of water that are forming right there. Oh. So I was talking to Robin yesterday about so like the manifestations of the first week of the kitty liver flush. And I said, for me, my body, oof, geez, I feel that heat right here. My body will release or eliminate, the matter in very strange ways. Sometimes I have to go like this because my ears feel moist. Well, that's really just the mucus that is literally releasing itself through different orifices, which is why if you get the journal, you can take note of this because you'll be like, that's interesting. Why are my ears leaking today? Bikini liver flush. Why are my eyes weeping? Bikini liver flush. Because it is literally going into all of the cells in your body and saying, think of it as like a boxing match. All the toxic waste, and it's toxic waste, just admit it, that it's in all the cells of your body, is literally getting like knocked out with the kidney liver flush, with the apple cider vinegar, with the cayenne pepper, with the olive oil. It's getting knocked out. And if you're replacing and you're starting your day with that 8 ounces, even 4 ounces, doesn't matter, 4 ounces, 8 ounces, 12 ounces, whatever, of water, the water is the first thing that is entering the cells of your body and pushing the other stuff out. And the other agents act then on that water, pushing the items in your cells out, and it makes it move easier. That's what it does. Simply put, can I explain this to a kindergartner? Yeah. And I would say it just like that. You have a bubble or you have a balloon. If you have sand in the balloon, well, okay. If you have sand in the balloon and then you have water that goes into the balloon through a space, that sand over time is going to not have much space to stay in that balloon, and it's going to wind up coming out. Same thing. Think about that. If that's your visual that you need, that's it. Okay. So let's move on. Okay. What happened? Oh, and so I also said that, and Scott, just listen, you have girls. I know you have girls and you have a wife. So for me, it comes out through my ears, through my eyes. But in the beginning, the very beginning, it was actually flushing out. It was flushing out of my womb. And I was like, yo, what's going on? But it will come out of all of your pores. Here's the other thing. No matter male or female, it's going to come out through your skin. It's going to come out through your skin. Your skin, remember, is your largest organ. And so for some people, it may come out that you actually, the toxins, keep thinking about the toxins and the bacteria in your body is going to emanate through your skin. If it was in your body for a long time, and it putrefied, it has an odor. Just like when you go to the bathroom. Some days, there's a stronger odor than others. Same thing with your skin. You may actually smell a little bit different during your first couple of days. You got stuff that's been in there for a while. It has a scent. It's going to come out. Also, your skin could wind up, I don't have any now, but your skin could actually wind up telling a story like I was chatting about how your insides are doing. So some people may actually have either scaly or maybe eczema patches, or even breakouts. Some people break out on their back. Some people break out on their legs. Some people break out on their arms, their chest. Some people break out on their face. Your organs are cleansing. It's not like, oh my God, this is not good. Think about it. If it stayed in your system, what's it doing to your insides? I prefer that it comes out and I get it out than it stay in. I'm just saying. Okay, so let me go back and look at comments. Portia, beautiful mini sermon. Auntie Portia, I love you. But can I say this is going to be the closest pulpit I'm going to get to? Because All right, segment alert. Video alert. You preaching the whole correlation to the KLF must be made into a video separately. The way you just broke it down was genius. Scott, you're going to make me cry. All right, Scott, you'll set that up for me, okay? I appreciate it. I love you, bro. I love you. I have to say it one time. Coasties. Okay, sorry. Yeah, Scott, tear alert. Yeah, it does. It really happens in very interesting ways. Robin, right? Boils, eczema, I got boils under my arms. Right, yeah. And so listen, let me just remind us that this is a closed group. And I made it closed because people were really starting to share things that were personal. And so when new people come into the group, I sort of chit chat with them before they come in order to find out, what are your concerns. Um, and I don't roll with people who are funky. I don't. I don't. There are a whole lot of people who give me friend requests. If you don't know at least 20 people that are in a core group of mine, either high school, church, college, or a holistic community, you're not getting in. I mean, you don't even become my friend on my main page. So, but I didn't want these type of conversations to happen in my main group because I have a lot of different communities. So I'm really proud that we're able to get to this tender point where we can share like real life stuff that happens. So I'm very, very thankful of that. And I'm thankful that you're sharing. I share. I was about to use profanity, but anyway, I share my ish. Y'all share your ish. We get better together. Okay? Like 5:30 in the morning. Um, so yeah, right. The eczema, boils, those are it's inflammation, and we gotta not only clean that out from the inside out, but then we have to clean it off and we have to rehydrate the cells. You have to, okay, let me say this. I have a degree in education, child development, child psychology, and administration and supervision, and gifted and talented for gifted and talented children and preschool. Those are my traditional college degrees. I got life experience in rehydrating my cells. I got life experience in detoxing my system. I've graduated to the point of living raw, meaning food for a number of weeks with food not processed, food not cooked at all. I've lived through doing enemas like every day. How long was that? Every day for 21 days. And then doing colonics on a monthly basis for like 2 or 3 years. The enemas not every day, 365 days a year. No, enemas were like for 21 days and we stopped. And then we did it at every season. So I've had a lot of different experiences. I've rehydrated my cells. I've detoxed myself. My family, my church family, they were like, you're crazy. You shouldn't be doing that. I don't have I don't have GI trouble. I don't have colitis. I don't have colon cancer issues. I go to the bathroom 2-3 times a day. My skin shows you what's happening on my insides. And even when I eat something strange, and strange for me is, like I may eat something that's fried. At this stage in my life, I eat something fried. Maybe like I made fried plantains the other day. Today, I'm probably going to see some evidence of that. Even if I don't see it on my skin, I know when I go to the bathroom, it's just going to be different, right? But what am I going to do right now? After this, I'm going to juice. I got some apples over there. I got carrots, celery, and cucumbers that I'm going to make for the house today. I don't have any beets this morning. But I've lived through enough that I know how to, whenever I do have a piece of cake, excuse me, have Cinnabons that my mother is the bomb queen at making, I know how to reset myself. So I know how to use bentonite clay to when I'm ready to level up from this, because bentonite clay, bentonite clay, bentonite clay, bentonite clay, bentonite clay, and I'm going to be focusing on that next week in my main group. So pay attention to that, or look for that. Or I'll actually share it to this group so you guys can have it in this group. Is like a magnet. And it's a powder. It's a gray powder, light gray powder. And it's like a magnet. You put it in some water or even some juice, and you mix it with a non-metal spoon, or you agitate it with something that's non-metal, and it will literally go into your system, and it's a magnet. It's the easiest way to say it. It pulls away everything that's in your GI tract, and you'll eliminate it. But that's also what I learned when I started doing enemas, when I started doing colonics. And yes, it's an interesting feeling. But if you want to know more information about that, you can shout it out here. I'll talk about that. It's perfectly fine. If I want to go even deeper, like if I feel impacted, I know how to use psyllium husk and... Hold on. I have stools all around my kitchen. Where'd it go? Somebody move my stuff. Somebody move my stuff. Anyway, it's somewhere. Anyway, I know how to use psyllium husk, excuse me, and bentonite clay and spirulina in order to not only cleanse me, but also rejuvenate my cells. I know how to do that. Oh my gosh, wait. Okay, I'm glad you said that, because I was like, oh my God, wait a minute. What is that in reference to? What did I say? Oh, when I was doing like enemas and then doing colonics. No, I didn't do enemas for like a whole year. No. But I have done like colonics with the seasons, right? And so you could even, if someone wants to type in seasonal detoxes, that's actually a whole segment and a whole series. And the detox season is actually what I want to focus on over the weekend and up through March 21st. Sorry, this is working. Sorry. Okay. You two have that problem at times, Robin. Okay, Miss Portia, you have similar issues. Can you just be a little descriptive and say similar issues with what, so that I know how to take notes and then prepare? Okay, Scott, segment or the ABCs of colonics. I love you, Scott. This is cool. Okay, Elsa, the power selling house. Honey, let me tell you something. Little known fact about psyllium husk. If those of you who are not, let me ask a question. If you know about psyllium husk, drop a 1. If you don't know about psyllium husk, drop a 0. It's always going to be my call to action. If you don't know about something, drop a 0. If you know about something, drop a 1. So psyllium husk. Right? Psyllium husk, just think of rice, and think of that little sleeve, that little coating on top of rice. It's the husk. That little thing for psyllium, when you add water to it, it goes from this to this. It bulks up. And so when you consume it, it goes into your system, and it starts like this, and then it goes like this. And so it literally, because it's a fiber, it literally goes through, and whatever is laced, and I will say lace, whatever is laced on the walls of your GI tract, the psyllium husk acts as like a brush, and it just it helps with the exfoliation. And you wind up, and I hope y'all look before you flush. Scott, write that down. Look before you flush. When you look, after you have psyllium husk, or you have bentonite clay, and that's probably the level that most of y'all, because of your comments, will probably try, you'll be seeing stuff that you ain't never seen before. Like, that was in there? Because I haven't seen that over a number of days. Then when you go a little deeper, and I'm doing this, I'm inverting the deeper, because no matter what, I'm talking about the colon. If you go deeper in the cleansing, which is really rising higher in the cleansing, and you do a colonic, not a colonic, an enema, same thing. You're going to see some stuff that you didn't even think was in there. It's going to look odd and it's going to smell funky. You have to keep asking yourself, that was in there? How long was that in there? OMG. Then when you rise even higher and go deeper in the cleansing and you do a colonic, you're going to need to sit down, because whoever does your colonic, if they are wise, because it's a mindset. It is a mindset. If you are wise, if they are wise, they need to have you see what you were holding on to. They need to have you see it. Because when you see it, and I'll be honest, you're not going to change immediately. You're not. You're going to be shocked out of your mind that you were holding on to that. Your body, that's a whole other conversation. You're going to be shocked out of your mind and you'll be like, whoa. Then you'll probably say, So, and if you had a really good colonic, the next thing that you think about eating, you're going to wind up saying, can I eat that? Sure you can. But prayerfully, you've gone through how to do it your own. Start out with, again, this is the easiest detox that you can do. Kidney liver flush. You're graduating. You graduate. Kidney liver flush, start out with that. Or your lemon water, even if you want to do, let's say, ground zero. Your lemon water. Kidney liver flush. Maybe some detoxing of either you're going to add psyllium husk to a smoothie, or you're going to add a little bentonite clay to a juice or a smoothie. You're going to do, you're going to do your juicing. You're going to add your salads. You're going to add more water. Like that's most likely where most people here are ready. Okay, let's say bentonite clay, psyllium husk, right? Smoothies, juices, raw foods. Bentonite clay, psyllium husk. Spirulina, Sone 7 and 9. Enemas. Colonics. When you get up here, you will look at eating differently. I'm not saying you're going to starve yourself. No one's ever going to do that. No, let me not say that. Most people are not going to do that. But most people are going to say, wow. Which is why I say at the end of every broadcast, be intentional with whatever you nibble or sip. Know that if it's going in, you are more conscientious on the fact that somehow it has to come out. How am I going to help it come out? How am I going to help it go? It came, it gotta go. Let me finish on that. Let me just go back in these comments. Thank you. Seasonal power of psyllium husk. I love it. Seasonal detoxes, boiled. Oh, Auntie Portia, you too. We gotta work on that, folks. Okay, no, when you were saying that your body has to purge, but once it gets out, your cells have to be restored. Yeah. Yes. Cells have to be restored. So one, right? So some people know about that. Some people don't. Got it. So Robin's like, Drano. It is. But hey, the easier Drano, if you will, have some celery. Have some celery. If you're a celery person, it's kind of salty. But have celery. Either have celery, check this out, either eat celery raw, which is a good cruncher. And if you are dealing with having something in your mouth, especially people who are transitioning from smoking, okay? Having something in your mouth, it's the oral fixation that you're working through. So chomping on celery, chomping on carrots, chomping on maybe cashews, but not too much because they're high in fat, it's easier on your body, and again, will help you flush. Or you can have celery in your juice. That'll do it as well because it's high in water content. Okay, so segment alert, look before you flush and wipe. Yes, Scott, okay. Where can you find these products? Okay, Auntie Portia, please type the products that you're referring to that I mentioned. If you're talking about Sone 7 and 9, bentonite clay, I actually have bentonite clay, meaning I sell it. I sell bentonite clay. So you can actually find that on my website. You would have to go into, let me see if I can type that in. Because I know it's listed. bit.ly/. I think it's my Soul Cleanser collection. All right, and let me finish this up. Yep, exactly. Psyllium husk, and there's no taste to it. There's no taste. In a smoothie, it's easier because you have a thicker viscosity because of the fruit that you blended up, and so the psyllium husk literally just meshes right in with it. You don't taste anything, even if you ate it raw, which you wouldn't eat it raw because it's like a scaly powder, or it's like flakes. It's like flakes. It doesn't have a taste. Is there a brand name I should look for also? Okay, so yeah, so that's a conversation. Who makes it? Elsa, yeah, Elsa can give you information. No problem, Monty Portia. All right, so folks, let me switch gears. We've had a really healthy conversation this morning. I'm so excited. This is what I can do on a Saturday or Sunday. I can't do this during the week. I have to sip and go, sip and go, sip and go. So let's switch to our, any other questions? I'm so sorry. Any other questions? And so tell me, as I'm doing the decluttering chat, the things that you want to hear about, I'm literally like filled up almost for the year. Like, this is really exciting, of things that we'll talk about during the year. But because we're talking about this now, and it's a season of rejuvenation, of newness, renewal, then if this is the conversation we need to have, this is perfect. But we can't have these conversations during the week because we got to sip and go. And it's only 10 minutes, 10, maybe 15 minutes that we're going to talk, or that I'm going to share. So that's why I like this Saturday and Sunday. So you know what this is considered? Let me give you the big term. This is considered a master class. This is considered a master class. So these type of conversations can happen in a master class. And I'm going to tell you just like this. You hear it once, it's going to go in one ear. Maybe 5% of it, 10% of it's going to stick. You hear it multiple times, a little more is going to stick. You go into an intentional, focused class on it, which is called a master class. That's when you're able to take notes. That's when I'm able to like literally build slides. You know, we go into very, very serious detail. If you're interested in a master class, where I'm literally going to sit with you, virtually of course, but I'm going to sit with you and I'm going to go through this stuff. Like Robin and I, we had like a chat this week or yesterday about like how the first week is going. That took an hour because there were a lot of things that needed to be explained and needed to be shared. That's the kind of information that can happen in a masterclass. If you're interested in that, right, if you're interested in that, then let me know. And you can just type in masterclass. If you're interested in that, type in masterclass and I'll start to build one. But literally this conversation has to happen actually like once a season, because different things happen in different seasons and your body is going to respond and you need to prep your body differently. Like I would not do the same type of a detox in the summer, in the spring and the summer that I do in the winter, because it's colder in the winter and you have to add certain slightly different things so that your body doesn't like, like spaz out. I think that's the best way to say it. All right, let's talk about our declutter work. So we're switching gears. Somebody's on. Oh, Robin, I was supposed to do this for you. Hold on. Gotta move my stools out the way. Today or yesterday was Robin's 10th day. So Robin gets a happy dance. Yay, Robin! And Robin, you're also going to get that same happy dance, or even a little bigger one, when you finish day 21. Yay! Okay, masterclass. Thank you. Good. Masterclass. Cool. Okay, so let's talk about a declutter work. Today, y'all ready? What did we talk about yesterday? Yesterday we talked about the freezer and the refrigerator. And I was supposed to say, with the freezer and the refrigerator, That's my must go day. Must go means before we put another thing in here, we got to clean all this out. So I might as well have a party because there's so much food in my freezer, which really would be like a smoothie party, because I wind up, and this is in part decluttering. I'll buy a lot of food. Oh, I told you I had like, what is it? We call it the shiny object syndrome, right? Well, I'll buy all this stuff and then I don't eat it. The best thing, especially if it's a live green, is I'll make a smoothie out of it. Take all the greens. It doesn't matter what the green is. It could be arugula, parsley, mesclun, even romaine. It doesn't matter. Put it into, I'm sorry, I'm pointing to my super ninja. Ta-da! Put it into my ninja. I add tomato, avocado, and garlic, and like some seasonings, like maybe herb amare or something. Add it into that with a little bit of warm water, and I make a green smoothie. And it's like a soup. It's like a warm, spicy soup. It's absolutely delicious. What I do with fruits and vegetables, with fruits though, most of my fruits when I buy them, the fibrous fruits, bananas, berries, mango, pineapple, papaya, that stuff goes into the freezer. Like I'll buy a lot, strip it, clean it, put it in the freezer. So when I pull it out, it just goes straight into the blender. And then I have my smoothie and I add whatever other kind of funky stuff that I have around. So that's how I handle my freezer and my refrigerator. When it's like, okay, team too much, we're spilling out, let's go. That's how I deal with mine. Today's focus is the pantry. Somebody say pantry. Pantry, pantry, pantry. Oh, Robin, if you said go me, why did you say go me? Oh, I need, if y'all want masterclass, I need for you to type masterclass, because then that lets me know more than one person needs it. All right, so today's topic is the pantry. Jesus help with the pantry. Now, it's the same kind of focus. Clean out any items that are old. You know how you have, listen, all of us are from the same cultural background. Yep. You know our pantry has, now you need to, I want you to type it in if you have it. Didn't your parents raise you to always have, I need that class, good. Didn't your parents raise you to have canned food for that quote unquote rainy day? Or as I tell my sons, I even tell them today, sometimes like, you know, when money quote unquote is good, I'll say this is a fat time. It's a fat time. It's, you know, we're living, some people say living high on the hog, but I'm thinking of the biblical days when the cows were fat. In that dream, that means, you know, you had plenty. But then there are times in the month where I'm like, listen, you know, this is a lean time. It's lean. It's a lean time. You know, like at the end of the pay period, when you kind of trying to make something stretch, a couple of dollars stretch, you be going into the back of that pantry to get whatever that canned stuff is. Now, I can't do canned foods. It literally, because the aluminum in the can, it leaves this really, really, for me, I'll be gentle. It's an uncomfortable taste that stays in my body. It stays in my mouth for like 3 days. If I even go somewhere and I have some food and that food came out of a can, even if you said it was fresh, I could tell you that it was canned. That's how sensitive my body is right now. But we all had some either canned food or like some pasta, right? And they would put it in the back of the pantry. Of course, it's going to last, quote unquote, a long time. But some of that stuff, check it out, especially if it was in a box. So here's the tip, though. If you store items in clear, upcycled, where's my upcycled glass jars that keep contents visible, it makes it easier to keep it organized. I'm going to show you a couple of things that I have in glass jars. So every time I get tomato sauce, because that's one thing I don't make. I don't make homemade tomato sauce a lot. So, and especially because I have a really busy week, the boys at least know there's always some pasta and they can always, you know, do like tomato sauce. But I tell them don't throw it away. And so, of course, one is my kidney liver flush jar, and the other one I keep dry goods. So I'm going to show you some stuff I have in my jars. So these are a couple. So this one has nutritional yeast in it, right? This one has demerara sugar, which is I got the other name. Some people may call it cane sugar, but it's demerara sugar, which I get bulk. Everything that's in a glass jar I get bulk. I use up all my beans, so that's why I don't have those glass jars. And this is quinoa. It's red quinoa, which I made last night. So I'll get stuff in big bags, right? Sorry, but quinoa. And that's how I keep a lot of stuff in my house. So yes, it is easier to see and easier to manage. Well, so that's my tip. So decluttering the pantry. And even like, I think tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow's the kitchen cabinets, but it's not food. It's other stuff. So today, pantry work. Pantry work. Go in, get some stuff. Even if, if you guys are into like the whole mason jar life, which is pantry minimalism. Thank you. I know, pantry minimalism. This is how I got stuck, Scott, actually, on minimalism. Because I was watching somebody who is, this woman that don't look like us. She is like this minimalism guru, and her name is B-E-A. I forgot what her last name is. But she has this whole like counterculture of minimalism. And so she doesn't have any garbage. Like everything that was garbage over 3 years was like in a jar. And I was like, how in the world did you do that? And then I started watching her and I was like, oh snap. That's interesting. And then of course, this is just me. I needed to find people who look like me, who live like that. Most of the people don't look like us. And so there are 1 or 2, maybe 4 who look like us. I started focusing on them. That's just me. So anyway, yeah, they live mostly in jars. They buy in bulk. They use recycled bags. They buy things that don't have labels or not in packages. And that's how they're able to reduce their waste and reduce the carbon footprint. Whole other segment. So just type in minimalism as one segment, which is a series. It has to be a series. So this is the first part of our series. And then if you type in zero waste, that's a whole other series. All right. And I actually may make that into a YouTube channel series because we just need more people that look like us who have adopted that lifestyle. And I'm one to raise the challenge and say, hey, I could do that. All right. Peace and blessings. Have a great day. I'll see you all tomorrow. I'm going to do some juicing. And Scott, I'm going to work on your stuff today. This is a Learn to Grow You moment where I plant seeds to help you grow. I want you to eat to live and drink to live. Don't live to eat. Don't live to drink. Let your food be your medicine. Be intentional with every single thing that you nibble and sip. Inspire someone to do likewise. Pay attention to the impact that food and drink has on you and act accordingly. Act accordingly. Thank you. Have a blessed day. If any other questions, drop them in the comments below, and I'll start working on that masterclass for you. Peace and blessings.